and other facilities, the flush toilets and others for you as well to make it affordable. All right, Brad, the 250's underway.
Oh, there'll be some nerves on that start line as we're in the starters' hands. Ready to go. We're about to crown some national champions as the gate drops and we are away. 9 points the lead Phoenix has. He'll need a 5th place or better to crown himself a national championship. He's done a really good job. He's up in the top 3, but it is Hayden Draper on that LMC Husqvarna. We've yet to see the best from him. He's shown glimpses of raw pace this weekend and has not really been able to put it all out on the track in one motor. He is the one in front here. We've got Caden Strode in second place as well. He is the one second in the championship, so he'll need to see handy at the pace. He really does need to win this race from here if he's got any chance to win this national championship. Phoenix is doing a perfect job in 3rd place. That's all he will need to do, and the Modal Best Build Honda team will start to believe now. We've got good starts up there as well from Nixon Parks. He's been very good this weekend as well. So the star-studded lineup here, Neil, 14 to 16 250s, and what a way to start crowning national champions right in the premier class. This is going to be good.
Yeah, it is indeed, and of course that's exactly what you said, and the right way to word it, Brad. He only needs to finish in 5th place or better. Don't do anything silly, don't get out there, and I'm sure with Luppy at the controls of the management of the team behind the scenes, this is going to be a good one for Phoenix and for Honda as well, and just the exact event he wants, close to his home patch here at the moment. A great update already on bikesportnz.com from Andy to give him some credits he deserves, so he's going to stamp his name on the elite of New Zealand junior motocross with that #1, but that's still a few laps away yet as we look out for the charge on here at the moment. And Hayden's got a completely different idea, of course. So too is Hayden up there, and they're pushing each other hard. The Hayden-Caden battle's going for it as Phoenix is sitting there in 3rd place. And what will the pit board say? What would you be saying if it was your rider out there at the moment? Hold it, hold it, hold it. That's all you've got to do. Nothing silly. Keep it on the bike. Keep it going. No, you don't want to do it at 11 tenths and not even 10 tenths, but 9.5's good enough. Just keep it focused. Keep it on the pipe. Keep it on the gas and keep it for #1 overall. But Hayden Draper's got a whole different idea. He'll be absolutely gutted with that crash that he had here yesterday because he was on a real mission. He hadn't won the first 2, but he went on to win the 3, and if he'd only been able to win that 4th one, it would have been a whole different situation, Brad, that would have been talking about here today, because that man has arguably been the fastest as the meeting has gone on.
Absolutely, it's been a brilliant show from the LMC Husqvarna man, but just that crash and a couple of other bad starts, just those little tiny things that have plagued this campaign, and it's been Phoenix that's put it all out there on the track here. We've got Caden Strode, our Australian visitor. He's done a good job as well. Second in the points. He's got a 5-point buffer to Hayden, so he's another one that doesn't need to do anything silly to lock away that 2NZ, but he'll be thinking about the ultimate glory. He will want to win a race here, and he'll want to be right there if anything should happen to Phoenix. So really, Hayden, he's a wee way down on Phoenix in the championship, so if it finishes in this order, Phoenix will hit even more breathing room. It's Caden Strode that really does need to win this race. He's the right one next to Phoenix, the challenge for that overall. We've got good starts from Lockie McLaren and Travis Taylor. They're going at it for some good championship points in behind. We've got Ollie Corbin. Ollie had some horror bad luck this campaign, a decent big crash and a start issue that he had, so he's just been up against it all weekend, but a good job up in the top 10 at the moment. Cooper Kennedy, that's a name you're going to start to see more and more of. He's had a really good weekend here. Crichton Horn ahead of Aiden Taylor. So Aiden qualified in 11th. He's been running in the top 15. So this one here in 11th place at the moment. He'll be absolutely thrilled with that at the moment. And then you've got the likes of Kai Cox up there doing a good job in the top 12 as they fly over McDonald's. Into the front half of Flips Motocross Park still. Hayden Draper on the LMC Husqvarna. Caden Strode, our Australian hotshot visitor, right there on his tail. This is going to be a good little dogfight. Phoenix Van der Schoten, a very, very wise ride. He's just not doing anything silly. Knows those two boys can go and fight it out hammer and tongs. 3rd place will be well and truly enough for him to wrap up a national championship. And just the maturity of some of these future champions, Neil, pretty good to see on display.
All right, Lucas Oil's proud to be sponsoring our class. Lucas Oil's great for your bike. Comprehensive range, proud to be sponsors of AMA Supercross, Pro Motocross. You know the brand, it's world renowned, and it's great to have it on board here as a super sponsor for us as well. Lucas Oil's on to the 14 to 16 as we're on to the race gas at the moment. There we go. Hayden Draper #1, Caden Strode, Australia #2. Look at the Phoenix #3, and that's good enough. He's 11 points in front of Caden, remember. So Hayden, who's in front of the race, is actually a further 5 behind, so there's actually 16 points to separate first and third that are in the race at the moment round the other way. So it would only mean that Phoenix would lose 5 of those points. Would be, that's not going to make any difference, is it? So there you go, that's the update. So Phoenix still in control of this one ahead of Caden and Hayden in that order for the overall points, but anything still to happen with Nixon Parks and Travis Taylor in the 4/5 of the points overall, and we've got Nixon in there at the moment, and Travis is a couple of places back. Lockie McLaren finally qualifying. Holy Toledo Lockie now, he has not had the dream run either. And I want to do a shout out for the three that haven't made it to this point, including Jack Ellingham and Cody Cooper. Sorry, one other in there. Bad luck to you boys that have had some real bad luck over the weekend. But anyway, for somebody who's good luck, it's somebody else's bad luck and vice versa. But at the moment, a super controlled race out there, Brad, from Phoenix.
Oh, there's some electrifying battles going on too. They just know this is the final opportunity of the AFC 2024 New Zealand Junior Nationals to score any of these championship points. You've got the likes of Travis Taylor, Ollie Corbin. This is a really good show from Ollie Corbin. He's turned up to play here today, so we're looking at that one on the Ctas footage. Thank you so much to Grant Joseph and the team. Ctas Live bringing us this world-class event, and for everyone joining us wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for joining us, and this has been spectacular. Have a look at this front too. They are bolting. We've got Hayden Draper on the LMC Husqvarna. We've got the Honda man, Caden Strode, our visiting Australian, right there behind them, so they haven't really been separated by much more than this throughout the entire event here. And then we go back. Phoenix Van der Schoten, looking at that clock, we've got 6 minutes gone, 8 minutes to go. Do we start getting excited? Phoenix Van der Schoten doing everything he needs to do right now, and he's got a little bit of breathing room. Back to Nixon Parks in fourth place as well, Neil. So Luppy, you reckon he's got any fingernails left in that mechanics area?
Mate, I'll tell you what, now he's calm. And what about Luppy on the bike? What about the graphics on that practice bike? And Andy put it on bikesportnz.com yesterday. I tell you what, that looks so cool. So cool. Go Luppy, and doing a great job out there, and just making it a serious enough to be a championship, but not taking the fun out of it, and love the work behind the scenes. So go Luppy. Of course, at home at Ultra Honda and King Country Motorcycles up there in the North King Country region. So thanks Luppy for supporting, coming down here and supporting the young talent. He's recognised the talent of Phoenix for some time, and he really has made a significant difference in the way that he can perform at the highest level. So Phoenix on a mission out there at the moment, a club man, and we can certainly now go and say, hopefully in 2 weeks' time when he runs it here at the AFC Motorcycles Manawatu Orion Club Champs opening round, that we've got a New Zealand champion in our field for Manawatu riders. So running forward at the moment with Phoenix out there on the points differential. Going to the race itself still, Hayden, Caden, Phoenix, Nixon, Travis in there, Lockie, Ollie to Cooper Kennedy, the man we're all talking about, the new kid on the block, the new number, a guy that's in the top 10 of our field at the moment, because the other big names have been there before. He's literally come out of the wilderness in comparison. We've got a star there when you take Lucas Robinson, Karadiana Horde, Deacon Cox, Richard Saunders, Cooper Smith, Lockie Lewis Willits, and Chase Williamson for a top 15 update, Brad. What a class field we've got. But at the moment, Phoenix riding with his head and his body.
Absolutely. We've talked about Phoenix quite a bit, but I can't really stress enough how good this is from Hayden Draper out the front. Now, this man 18 months ago was an 85cc champion in the 12 to 13 years category when we were at Barrett Road. So for him to be 18 months from an 85 onto a 250F and to be the fastest man out here on day number 3, race number 5, this is a really good show. We're really good in qualifying, had a bit of bad luck in the early motos, and then yesterday, right when the big showdown, him versus Phoenix, they were going at it, and he made the mistake, and really from that point on, it was Phoenix's championship to manage from there. So I think if you talk to Team Draper and that LMC Husqvarna team, he's got his good mate Caleb Ward there, 3NZ and MX2 racing. He's here for the weekend to help Hayden, and this will be a really positive mix here, and looking good for 3NZ and Junior 250 racing.
Right, so there we go. There it is. Caden out there with, Hayden ahead of Caden, ahead of Phoenix. Now, the difference at the moment is 1.6 in the front, and then it's 4 seconds back to Phoenix. And he's about the same. And again, no need to push, as you'll see the buffer that he has got over fourth place. That's a key one, of course. You can't see that one drop away at any stage because it puts him under threat. And that's Nixon Parks, and that's 3.7 second back. Go to a further 14 back to Travis Taylor. So those top 4 riders have really nailed it. They are the creme de la creme of our class at the moment. So Hayden, Caden, Phoenix, and Nixon, your top riders, and that is certainly where the championship, I believe, will lie, with those top 4. So keen to see how it goes in the overall, with Phoenix having it in the palm of his hand at the moment, and Caden, Hayden, now they are 5 points apart. Now the difference between first and second, 25-22, is only the 3 points. So even if Hayden carries on and wins this one, he won't unseat Caden to be number 2 NZ. So there's your scenario on the points at the moment, all for Phoenix to ride for here at the moment.
All right, 4.5 minutes, that's all that's remaining between that white flag coming out, and we are going to have a brand new 254-stroke national champion, our current defending champion, Finn Watts. He's over in America tackling his motocross future, so we wish him all the best on the endeavours. But we are going to have a brand new 254-stroke junior champion, and it's starting to get pretty exciting. At the moment, We've got Hayden Draper, Caden Strode still there with him. We've got Phoenix van der Schoten looking good in about third place there. And then go back. Nixon Parks is reeling in Phoenix, but it won't really matter. It's actually swapped around. So we've got the update now, the two Honda boys. We've got the update. So Phoenix has actually overtaken Caden. So that's going to make the job even easier. Now his championship rivals behind him on the racetrack, and Luppy will be telling him, just relax there. You've only got 3.5 to 4 minutes left on the clock, and it's starting to get pretty exciting for that modal best build Honda team. There's been a lot of work gone in. Phoenix is doing an awesome job in the MX3 class over in the Australian Pro MX Championship, so this will be some really good reward. But still, we've seen thrills and spills in the past there. We can't count our chickens. We've still got that 3 minutes to go.
All right, and 3:09 for Nixon Parks. What a massive year this young man has had. I tell you what, 18 months ago he was just a kid climbing out of club level motocross to be a national champion. He's 2 times New Zealand junior cross country champion. Won that by narrowest margin back on Easter Monday 3 weeks ago. Of course, he has hit the senior ranks for the first time and did an amazing 5th qualifying place at Pukekohe in the mud and the clay around 4 weeks ago. And here he is now, getting right into the sharp end of motocross. And if you want to take the Australian out of the results and just look at the 2 of the top 3 Kiwis, he is certainly number 3 NZ out of Phoenix and Hayden, and put himself into that as well. So what a cool kid and what a great run he's had. Nixon Parks on fire with his motocross on that Yamaha YZF 250 at the moment. So here's your top 4, and time to talk about a few others like Marlon Van Helleman and Michaela Griffiths and Jake Spears out there as well. And there's young Jake, what a future talent. He's just come out of nowhere, Brad, in Manawatu motocross, so good to see him to perform at this national level as well.
Oh, absolutely. As a club president, I can't be more proud of the talented Manawatu Orion team. They've all performed well outside and above their normal national progression, so absolutely fabulous to see them. And it is really rewarding for us and the committee that we see we put the work on, put our home track on display for the national championships, and our young riders come to the fore. So we can't be more proud of that. As Hayden Draper continues to tick off these laps, he's got another one in the books there with 2 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock when he did that. He's probably going to sneak another one in before the white flag comes out. So potentially another 3 laps to go here, but it'll all depend on what that time's doing when he gets back into that 4. And we've got Phoenix van der Schoten still there. Caden Strode's actually reeling him in, but that's not going to worry Phoenix at all. Here's the 9-point lead in this championship, and Caden needs to really win this race to put any kind of numerical pressure on Phoenix van der Schoten. It's starting to get very exciting now. Our first of our national champions is only 1.5 minutes plus a lap away, Neil.
And I'll tell you what, Phoenix has been known as racing under pressure like this to make the little hiccups, but I tell you what, no sign of that at the moment. He's right from the word go, was back in 3rd place. He's not even led the race at any one stage, but it's been no panic. It's been a smooth ride, and he's right there at the moment. The first of our races to crown our national champions for 2024 at the AFC Motorcycles New Zealand Junior Motocross Championship, and MNZ, take a bow for your presentation of this championship and the build-up that's gone in and all the work behind the scenes to our team out there. That is just awesome. So Sonia and Stu, take a bow with what you've been doing behind the scenes. They've been a late team to have come on to the block, and what they've been doing has really cemented the future of this championship to the highest of level, and working alongside the Manawatu Club. After all, it is a club that have the event, that run the event, that put it together, but the stewardship behind it and the leadership that comes from MNZ is something to be complimented as well. It's all part of our big family, along with our officials like Tomo and Dave and others. Great to see that we're getting them all here. Lucas Oils in our 14 to 16 250s. Can't rate it enough. It is Hayden Draper in front, Phoenix van der Schoten from Caden Strode for the top 3, and Nixon Parks 4 in the moto and heading to be number 4 NZ.
All right, we're on the clock here. We're looking out for that time. There's still a tiny bit of clock out there, but it's probably going to expire when Hayden comes through. We'll have to wait and see. Will the white flag come out, or will we go one more lap? We're going to keep an eye on that finish line. No white flag, so we've still got 4 seconds on the clock. How brutal is that for poor Hayden Draper? He's got to hang on for another lap before that white flag comes out, and that fabulous 14 minutes plus a lap, and he used 13 minutes and 56 seconds to do all of those laps, and he's going to have to do another lap for his troubles. But I'll tell you what, this is good for the whole LMC Husqvarna team when you can come here. It hasn't gone your way all weekend, but when you can come out and absolutely absolutely pants the paddock in that fifth and final moto. That's a big box tick and a smile on the face of that whole LMC Husqvarna team, Neil.
Well, I tell you what, if we think about it, what it is, this is actually going to be 2 victories, and when Phoenix has only had 3, but it was the bummer race that he crashed out of that's been the telling blow, and he'll look back on that because he can actually probably, if you sort of analyse it, can say he's arguably could have been the fastest man, could have been the first. Well, that's a different thing, but he's arguably been the fastest man here. He was the fastest for qualifying at any one time as well with that 155, so he really has set a scene, and that just goes to show you one crash, and that's all it was. It's completely changed the whole dynamics of this race. There's only one thing he can do, and that's go for gold, go for number 1, and hope that there's bad luck for the others behind him, which is unlikely. But anyway, he's going for it and showing that it won't be just a 1 moto win, it's going to be at least 2 and could have been more. So bring it on for Hayden Draper, coming home with some glory on the LMC Husqvarna, thanks to Caleb Ward out there to support him as well. Lovely to see here this weekend, Caleb. Hope you've got some reward out of bringing on New Zealand's next talent. This guy could be one of our next great things in New Zealand MX2 racing.
All right, shout out to the likes of Ezra Holmes, Toby Winyana, our sweet riders today, and I've just seen so many top-level senior competitors here this weekend, like the likes of Jack Draw, 3 NZ and MX1. I'll tell you what, MX125, Wilkes Harvey's here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 NZ all here this weekend in MX125 racing. We've also got some top-level MX2 competitors like Ruben Smith and the likes as well. So, man, it's been cool to see all the seniors come out and support our New Zealand Junior Motocross Championships. Thank you to AFC Motorcycles, our headline sponsor for the event, and absolutely magnificent to have our Lucas Oils 14 to 16 years 254 stroke class and the white flag out finally now for Hayden Draper. He's got a commanding buffer. Can he get this one done? It'll be a big box tick, but it won't quite be enough because Phoenix is 1 lap away now. Does Luppy and the team dare to dream here? We've got 1 big lap, the white flag out, and we've got Phoenix Van der Schoten, your virtual New Zealand 254 stroke champion. This is going to be a lot of work gone into this very moment in time, and we're getting very, very excited here as Hayden Draper starts the final lap. He has a decent little lead. There's Caden Strode. He's second in the points, but he's not going to be good enough. If Phoenix can hang on there for third, not long now, Neil, the clock's ticking, and I tell you what, starting to get a little bit exciting down at that Modal Best Built Honda team.
All right, here we go. Of course, we're back to that order again with Hayden, Caden and Phoenix, and it's the Phoenix control. This is absolutely awesome. I was making a mention yesterday of a young rider who controlled his racing as well. His name is Michael Menchie. He was under the tutorship of Graham Deans, and Deans the key one behind the Altham JCR Yamaha team this year, and he'll recall the Michael Menchie performance. All he needed was a third in a race to win the title, and that's all he went out there to do, was a third. I've never forgot it. The maturity of a young man of that kind of a calibre, I think, is so great. Ride the race to win the title. That's what it's all about. You don't have to win to be first, and being in third place is cool. In fact, you could be in fourth, you could be in fifth. It would not matter. But anyway, the third is where he's at, and it's all controlled. Look at that, for the fact that he got in front of Caden, and in fact, Hayden's got back in front of him. No panic in the team whatsoever. Ride to hold it. Ride for the glory. Ride for the championship, and we're on at the moment. And we want to see this intelligence coming through with plenty of our other good racing still left here today. Bring it on, AFC Motorcycles 2024 New Zealand Junior Champs on fire.
All right, less than half a lap away. Hayden Draper's coming over McDonald very, very shortly, and this will tick off another big box in this young man's motocross career. He's a former New Zealand Junior Champion when he was in 12 to 30 and 85 capacity racing. Already 18 months later, and he's one of the top 250 juniors on the paddock. He will be absolutely ecstatic. Didn't have the weekend he wanted, but to come out here and absolutely blitz the paddock in this fifth and final moto. The checkered flag waves. What a race win for Hayden Draper, but we're going to look down the track a little bit further because Caden Strode's going to come through, grab second, but it's not going to be enough for the national title. Your brand new New Zealand 254 stroke junior champion. Let's hear it. Phoenix Van der Schoten, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely brilliant. Luppy's got the hands in the air. That's going to be a really good feeling, and congratulations to all the team down there.
Oh, absolutely wicked. How good. I reckon it must have been that lamb roast last night. A lamb roast on the Weber barbecue. Holy Toledo, I had another appointment to be out for tea last night, but the lamb roast looked absolutely gorgeous. So as well as being a good team on the track, they're a very good team off the track. They gave me a tonsil tamer out of the cold chili bin as we went past last night, and to watch that beautiful leg of lamb cooking away, I tell you what, those guys have had some energy to burn and a whole lot of fun to go with it. How exceptional for that. So let's try and catch Phoenix as well as Hayden. Hayden for the win in the race and the consolation that he's got. But man, oh man, what a bummer to reflect on. One lousy moment in the entire weekend. He could have been NZ #1. There's a whole lot of could have beens in life. We've seen many of them at Nationals. For me, the most could have been 1986, Simon Marnie to win the title, and his chain broke 50 metres from the finish line. Your chain broke 50 metres from the finish line. I'll tell you what, in the words of Forrest Gump, SH happens, but it was the other stories. It's never over till it's over. Let's go with our champions.
All right, full update for you. Hayden Draper, Caden Strode. Phoenix Advantage showed Nixon Park, so that'll be your top 4 overall in the championship, but not that order. Well done, Ollie Corbin. Good top 5 result there, so that's exactly what he wanted to do, but had some horror luck throughout the weekend, so great to see he finishes his campaign on a positive note with the top 5. We then go Travis Taylor, Cooper Kennedy. Critiana Horn, top 8 for Critiana. Well done to her. Lockie McLaren. Lucas Robinson into the top 10. Well done on the Johnson's Homomoto machine. Deacon Cox, Cooper Smith, and Fletcher Saunders will round out down to 13th. All right, let's start getting excited and cross down to Neil. He'll have our first of our national junior champions, and we'll see how it's all going down there. Over to you, Neil.
We've also got crew here, of course, taking the transponders off, so it's watching the queue here as the boys will be taking those transponders off because they've finished their race today, so just conscious of what we're doing there as well at the moment. So a bit of a traffic jam, so to speak, down here at the moment, but of course all the interest as well, and the congratulations out there for all the others are going on as well. The New Zealand Junior Champs comes down to 5 motos. You got to make it pay in 5 races, and the intelligence of Phoenix to win 3 of them, and particularly the first 2. That was crucial in what he's been able to do this weekend, and he's gone on to take that title, and quite comfortably in the end, to be honest, with the little bit of pressure taken away from him late in the moto also. So there you have it, in a update for what's going on in our sport now. So take a bow, take a bow. I want to see if we can catch up with Phoenix in here. We might see if we can just come over here for a bit of a wander. We'll have Hayden in the race as well. Didn't see Hayden coming out, doesn't matter. We'll go over to them. So well done. Look at that, a bit of warm family support there. Don't be sorry, it's yours. We can share them, can't we? We can share them. First of all, Phoenix, well done, mate. You rode with your head big time. Congratulations. That's big time stuff, what you've done. Well done.